Hello everyone. Today, let's talk about the female hygiene. The personal hygiene refers to many separate processes. Primarily, personal hygiene includes keeping the body clean through practices such as bathing, washing the hair, and brushing the teeth. It can also be used to describe grooming techniques that include shaving, applying deodorant, and use of products such as perfume and hair care products. You may wonder why you should care about your hygiene. Emma Claudine responds to all the questions you may have about personal hygiene, including this one. So let's invite her and respond to most of the questions you ask about personal hygiene. Welcome, Emma.
Thank you.
Why do I have to make sure that I stay clean?
It is important to make sure that you stay clean because maintaining feminine hygiene is important to your overall health. In addition to preventing odors, itching, and discomfort, practicing feminine hygiene can also prevent bacterial infections from occurring. In some cases, if you don't maintain the hygiene, you may attract some bacterial infections, and this may lead to sterility, disease, to cancer, and other health problems. To maintain your feminine hygiene, you must have a wash regularly, develop health habits in regards to your menstrual cycle, and wear fabrics that allow your vaginal region to breathe.
Is there things that I can specially consider?
Yes, as a young woman, there are some special areas to consider for personal hygiene. For you and your mates who are reproductive age, you might have started to have a monthly menstrual cycle, which requires more attention to cleanliness. For example, things you use to protect yourself like pads, like tampons, or clean pieces of clothes, they must be changed several times a day. Also, having a shower is even more important for cleanliness and odor control during menstruations. Suppose that you will soon start to wear makeup. This requires special attention when cleansing your face. Many women also wear long hair, which should be kept clean. And finally, as a young lady, you shall want to keep your teeth clean in order to have an attractive smile and avoid amount bad odor. This requires frequent brushing and good dental habits, like brushing after every meal.
Is there any common steps that young girls can follow in taking care of their personal hygiene?
Yes, let's talk about 10 among others. First, wash your face at least twice daily. Once you reach puberty, your body produces more hormones that create skin changes. Glands in the skin begin to produce more of an oily secretion known as sebum. Sebum can build up and block openings, resulting in acne. By washing your face in the morning and before bed, you can help prevent blocked openings and reduce the chance of acne breakouts. Second, shower or bath on a regular basis. Your skin is your body's largest organ, and it goes through a constant process of shedding dead skin cells and replacing them with new ones. You must wash your entire body with soap and water to remove dead skin, dirty and oil, and at least once a day in order to feel fresh and control body odor. Also wash your hair regularly, like the skin sebaceous glands at the base of the hair follicle produce sebum. Your hair needs some sebum to keep it soft and scalp from drying out. But washing your hair helps to control the oil and keep your hair feeling clean and manageable. Third, wear loose breathable bottom clothing. Tight pants, shorts, or panties made from synthetic fabrics can reduce the air circulating around your vagina and cause it to sweat, which can increase your chances for odors and infection. Wear loose pants that allow for air circulation or that are made from a natural breathable fabric such as cotton. Also, during the night, sleep without wearing panties or pajama bottoms if possible, as this will provide your vagina with the air circulation needed to maintain proper hygiene. And never wear new panties, shorts, pants, or other clothing bottoms before you have washed them with mild soap or detergent. Dyes and other chemicals may be present on new clothing and cause your vaginal area to become irritated or infected. Fourth, remove wet, sweaty bottom clothing as soon as possible. Wet or sweaty panties and pants can cause bacteria to multiply and increase your likelihood for getting odors and infections. Take a shower and wear fresh, clean clothing after you have gone swimming or perform exercise. The fifth thing is you have to wash your vaginal area daily with no soap and water. Don't use soap, or just look for mild ones made for that purpose to clean female genitals. This will help prevent your vaginal region from becoming irritated or infected due to exposure from harsh chemicals found in antibacterial or astringent soaps. So rinse your vaginal region with fresh water, then dry off immediately with a clean towel to prevent moisture or humidity buildup. Also, never use feminine products in or around your vaginal area, such as douches, deodorants, sprays, and powders, without consulting with your healthcare provider first, as these products may cause infections or negatively disrupt your natural hormone and chemical balance. Wipe your genital area after urination. This will help keep your vaginal area dry and clean throughout the day. Use soft, white, odorless toilet paper that does not contain colorants or other irritating chemicals. Wipe yourself from front to back to prevent fecal matter or excrement from anus from coming into contact with your vagina, which can cause a bacterial infection. The seventh one is, if you have started to do sexual intercourse, wash your vaginal area after doing it. Bodily fluids and residue from condoms and other intimate products can cause infection, irritation, and odors if not removed from your vaginal region following sexual intercourse. The eighth one is, eat a balanced diet high in nutrition. A diet with plenty of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains such as rice will help prevent your body and vagina from experiencing infections or illness. Ninth, removing pubic hair. Shaving pubic hair might seem hygienic, but ingrown pubic hairs can become infected and, in the worst cases, erupt with fresh-eating bacteria. So you may want to always keep your pubic hair short or remove it completely in order to keep your private parts clean. But pay attention and, to the extent possible, avoid using razors. And if you still need to, then always use a new razor blade or use a pair of scissors. The last one, but not least, colored fluid discharge is not normal. It's very, very important to know about the kind of fluids that your body discharges. If your inner wear stinks or that you witness colored, greenish or yellowish urine or vaginal discharge, go to the health center or clinic to consult a doctor immediately.
Is there any special way I can clean myself during menstruation?
Yeah, menstruation is a normal part of life for women and girls. It is normal, but it also requires to pay attention to your normal hygiene in order to stay clean. So let's say that these are examples of the steps you can follow to maintain you clean during menstruations. Wash yourself using fresh water. It is okay to have no protection at all while washing yourself. Use the soap and washcloth for the rest of the body, but remember to use just clean water at your intimate parts of the vagina. Don't put fingers inside the vagina, just wash around. Make sure you wash the buttocks and the external anal area last to avoid bacterial contamination of the vagina or urethra. Gently wash from front to back by cleansing the genitals with plain, warm water only, and using the soap and the warm water while washing the buttocks and the external anal area. Gently and impeccably dry yourself with a clean and dry towel. Check that the entire area is dry before getting dressed. Covered wet skin can enhance the growth of bacteria and other organisms. Remove and discard any tampon or sanitary pad you may have worn while or before cleansing. Apply a new tampon or sanitary pad and clean underpants. If you use a piece of cloth you sewed for the menstruation purpose and that you will reuse, wash it with cold water and soap and dry it to the sun or iron it before wearing it for the second time. Change the tampon, sanitary pad, or the piece of cloth frequently, like every 4 to 6 hours to avoid bad odor. Change the sanitary pad or piece of cloth before going to bed. It is advised to not use tampons the night. Make sure use the tampons or sanitary pads are discarded and thrown in an appropriate dustbin. When you're not having your period anymore, do not use pads or panty liners to absorb normal vaginal discharge. They will keep moisture and warmth near your vagina, and this can result in infection.
Why having a special hygiene for the vagina itself?
A healthy vagina is naturally acidic and contains rich quantities of beneficial bacteria that help fend off infections and maintain a normal pH level. A healthy vagina will also secrete small amounts of discharge to keep itself clean, much as saliva is produced to help cleanse your mouth. If any interference with these normal conditions, and you may face vaginal irritation or infection. That's why you have to keep your vagina healthy by doing special hygiene for it. Normally, the vagina pH is about 3.8 to 4.5. If your vagina has a strong or unpleasant odor, you have to see a doctor. That's why also you have to avoid using like harsh soaps or cleansers on the vulva or inside the vagina, as these also can affect a healthy pH balance.
Is there any special diet I can take to maintain a healthy vaginal health?
Yeah, there is. Maybe you may not realize it, but a balanced, nutritious diet and drinking plenty of fluids, these are key to vaginal and reproductive health. In fact, certain foods may be effective in treating vaginal health problems. Cranberry juice and yogurt can potentially help prevent yeast infections and help in their treatment. And if you experience vaginal dryness, ask a doctor if you should eat more soy products which contain a weak form of estrogen that can support natural lubrication.
When can I go to see a gynecologist for preventive care?
Normally, it is good and helpful to have a regular gynecological exams in order to maintain your vagina healthy. Every young girl should have her first gynecological exam by age 21 or within 3 years of becoming sexually active. Gynecologists are normally trained to diagnose diseases and disorders that can harm the vaginal or your reproductive system as a whole. Gynecologists also perform pap smears, which can detect changes in the vaginal cells that might indicate the presence of cancer. When found early, they can prescribe you drugs to stop and cure it.